Ooh. Well, hey there, folks. Tip here, Stupid Gardener. Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I thought on today's video I would show you how I screen off my compost and how I work my compost system here. Um, I'm screening off this last compost here, and on the bottom, I tell you, I got some great soil there. I'm screening it off, and the way I like to do it, because I'm a little bit older, I don't like to bend over too much and strain my back or anything like that. I have this on like two wheelbarrows, and I got one wheelbarrow here on the bottom that I can tow behind my John Deere lawnmower. And then I have this older wheelbarrow here that I have sitting here. And I just work right here from the top. I don't have to pick this thing up and go like this to it or anything. Put on a pair of gloves and just kind of rub all that great soil and compost and screen it off. And this has some hardware cloth on the bottom. It does a great job screening this off. Now, this compost that I'm screening off now has been on the bottom for well over a year. And I tell you what, there's some great compost down there. The soil that we have in there is just great. I mean, look at that. That's some great soil. Um, and so I really could take this and just go ahead and use it as mulch around, plants and bushes and things like that. But I am going to screen it off because I do have some chunks in here. And I'll just take this and just go to my first compost here and just dump it in there, and that'll work on breaking that down. And by the time I go ahead and screen that one off, after I turn it a couple of times, these chunks will be turning into soil into our compost, and we'll be screening that off. So on today's video, I just want to kind of show you my three compost bins and how they're working. These were pretty much empty in the summertime, and so I have just filled them up with all the waste I got out of the garden, and I got leaves in there from the fall and everything. This compost pile here has probably been sitting maybe since the beginning of last summer, and I've been working my way down through it, and I'm just on the bottom now. But I'll take these composts here and just kind of turn them all over here, and then by next spring I'll be screening all this stuff off there and using that in the yard and everything. So I just want to show you what my three compost bins look like and how I do my compost system. So why don't you come along? Okay, so these are our two compost bins that have been probably sitting here since in the summertime or in in the early fall. This one here is really just full of a lot of leaves, as you can see, and it has broken down some because I had this filled up to the very top. So it has broken down about a foot or so, but I still got a lot of browns in there, whole lot of browns. So, but this stuff here will be great to turn and get on the bottom and get some greens mixed in there, and that will really react and get these leaves to break down to some good soil for us and good compost for us. So that's what we'll do with this. We'll put this on the bottom, and then we'll put some greens on top of it. Now this one here, I tell you, I had a lot of greens on the bottom, and you can see, look how this has broken down. Look at the bottom here. Look at this great soil, real moist. I mean, that's going to be great to screen off. And you can see the layers. This was all greens and browns. That's broken down. And look at this. You can go all the way up and just see the breakdown process. And I think that's pretty cool. Look at that great soil. Still needs more and more breakdown here, some browns. And look at these greens that we're just starting to collect to put on top. A lot of kitchen scraps in here. In the summertime as well as the wintertime, but in the summertime especially, when you get a lot of greens, I love to put shredded paper in here. And when I turn this will get all mixed in here and will really speed up that breakdown that we have. Now, I used to turn these like every couple of weeks. I just keep turning and turning. But, as I've gotten a little bit older and I got other things to do and, protect the back and everything, I've really just let them sit and let them break down over a long process. I need compost, but with my wood chip garden, I really don't need to put any more compost in there unless I'm planting, and then I'll put a little bit of compost in there around there. But those wood chips are going to be breaking down for me. What I really use this for, this past fall, I screened off a bunch of my compost and I raked it into my whole front yard. I aerated it and put some seed down, and the front lawn is green as anything. It's better than any fertilizer you can go to the big box store and buy, and spending money. This is just all natural, all natural. Didn't cost me anything. A little bit of sweat to screen it off, but I tell you what, this is the way to go. Rather than going to the big box store and buying, soil and fertilizer and everything. All the fertilizer, all the nutrients I need are right in here. That's all I need for that, for the garden, uh, and the front lawn. And also, will put this stuff. I'll put it around my azaleas out front. I got some knockout roses that we'll put in there. And I tell you what, you just put that around there and water it. All those nutrients go right down to that root system. And I tell you, it's the best fertilizer that you can put onto your plants. So I'm going to work today, finishing screening this off. It may take me a couple of days, and I'm going to take the old pitchfork and just keep moving this stuff in and try and get everything in these two, and then I'll have this one here empty, and that's where all our greens will go, from the lawn, and all our scraps from the kitchen, everything will go in this one here. We'll let these ones sit and sit, and hopefully by next spring, all be broken down. Plenty of great soil for us. So but that's just the way I do my compost, and I just have these pallets here that I get from work. When they get all busted up, they're gonna throw them out. I take them, and they probably last 4 or 5 years. And after they rot away, I'll cut them up and I'll burn them in my fire pit. And then the ashes, they go right back in here to continue to feed our compost. So I'm not going to bore you with turning it. We all know how to turn a compost, but I tell you what, if you're not composting, don't take all this stuff and put it out front for the city or town to take away. Just build a compost pile, put it in there. You don't have to turn it. Just keep dumping on there, dumping on there, dumping on there. Let it sit there for a year, and you're going to have some great soil. You're really going to have some great soil. So I guess from here, I guess I will sign off. I got a lot of work to do, but I want to thank everyone for watching. If you are not a subscriber, please stop what you're doing. Go down, hit that subscribe button, and follow along. We're about 2 or 3 weeks out from planting. We're going to have some good videos on our garden this year. I'm really going to get into some more in-depth stuff of what I'm planting and how it's growing. And so would love it if you would just follow along. Got any tips about composting, how you compost? I learned so much from people that will put down comments. So put a comment down below. Share the video. You may do something completely different. Maybe you're doing this, good way of speeding things up. But, I like all suggestions, good or bad. So with that, I guess I will sign off. This is Tip from The Stupid Gardener. Everyone take care. God bless everybody, and happy Easter.